Hey guys, welcome to Laggers United. Welcome to another video, and right now it's time to talk about Barcelona and the starting 11 that should be against Athletic Bilbao as I see fit. I think that we've had 5 preseason games for Barcelona. We had the tour in Japan against Chelsea and Vissel Kobe. We had the Gamper Trophy against Arsenal, and we had these 2-leg tournament in the USA against Napoli. And with what I've been able to see, which, I mean, to be honest, other than the last game against Napoli, everything else was pretty mediocre in comparison. But with what I've been able to see, I think that with some of the players that are either injured or just coming from an injury and might not be 100% fit, and in a totality of, I don't know how the squad is going to look, because we have the transfer window closing at September 2nd, so we could still see some departures and some signings coming into the club. But at least for the time being, this is what I would play as starting lineup, just because I think these are the 11 players that are the most ready to be able to compete at the highest level. I think that we should start with Ter Stegen in net. I think that there's no doubt in my mind. I mean, Neto is a good goalkeeper, but Ter Stegen, in my opinion, is being the best goalkeeper in the world, at least for the past 1 or 2 seasons. At least competing with Oblak and David De Gea for the best goalkeeper in the world. I think that Piqué and Lenglet should start at centre backs. Umtiti has not looked sharp enough. He hasn't looked good enough. And Todibo, I think that for the beginning of the season, he might not be quite ready yet. Like, I don't know. Like, I need to see more minutes of Todibo, and I feel that later on, like with a couple games in, if you want to give him a chance, then I'll be all up for it. Right back Semedo has been given absolute masterpieces of football these past couple of games. He's been given his all. He's a lot more confident. He's playing a lot better with a lot more confidence, dribbling, passing, driving forward, giving us width, which is really important. And in the other side, Jordi Alba, that should be no surprise, the best left back in the world in my opinion. And he's been good. He's been sharp, attacking the space. Been really good giving us width, and 2 fullbacks that really are going to give us width this season could be really important for us in the upcoming first few games of the season. I think that would give us a lot of width. They would add a lot of danger because they're 2 players that offensively are fantastic, and defensively they've been pretty sound for what we require of fullbacks at Barcelona. The midfield was probably the hardest thing to pick, because Frenkie de Jong is probably the only name I guarantee 100% should be in that list. If he's not starting against Bilbao on Friday, I am absolutely gonna lose it. Like, you're gonna see me like destroy everything, destroy the board, Valverde, whatever. Anything that gets in the way of de Jong starting in the first game, it's gonna be trouble. I opted to start with Artur and Sergio Roberto. I know Arthur hasn't gotten that many minutes yet. I think Artur should be in the starting lineup, because I want to really see what Frenkie de Jong and Arthur can do together. And I believe that he having that great Copa America, showing that he's a good fitness, and I'm sure that by the maybe playing like 60 minutes should be enough. And then if you want to bring in the likes of Rakitic or Busquets, that will be fine. I think Sergio Roberto should be the other starter. I was gonna choose Arturo Vidal, but because I don't know, he's getting to the age where he's 30. He's not like Arthur, who's 22. He's getting to an age, so I don't know if Arturo Vidal is fit enough from that Copa America, and I'm not sure his current state, but normally he would be the starter. But I'm going with Sergio Roberto, who had a pretty last game against Napoli, and he's been pretty decent in this preseason. I think that midfield will give you a lot of ball movement. Sergio Roberto will do the hard yards for the team, and pressing wise, I believe that this is the best we can do right now. Like, midfield wise, I believe Rakitic, I don't know what's going to happen with the future Rakitic. Everything looks like he's going to be staying at Barcelona. And if he started, it'll be fine instead of Sergio Roberto. If you win Rakitic, Arturo and de Jong, that will be fine. I will go with Sergio Roberto though. And the one player that cannot start the season is Sergio Busquets. He has not looked good at all during this preseason. Every game has been absolutely horrendous. I don't care if he scored 1,000,000 goals, he still was horrendous during the preseason, and he needs to get back to his best level. I believe give him some rest, let him get back into full concentration, just get him ready, fit enough mentally and physically for this new season, and then we can progress and have the best Sergio Busquets that we're gonna need for the remainder of the season. And the forward line, I have it very clear. It's probably going to be a popular opinion because, I normally have a popular opinion, apparently. But I think the forward line should be Griezmann and Dembele on left and right, respectively, with Suarez up top. I believe that Messi should be benched for at least the first 1 or 2 weeks of the season, because let's remember, he's coming back from an injury, and I don't believe that risking Messi, with what we saw of Griezmann, Dembele and Suarez, we know they can score goals. We know that this Barcelona team can create danger. Therefore, I'd rather have a Messi fully fit whenever it is that he's ready, and not risk him and eventually lose him for a big part of the season, which will be very detrimental in our chase for all titles. We need to start really strong right now. Barcelona, in the best years of their career, is when they started really strong and able to be able to rest when the big Champions League ties come in March. I believe that this forward line should be enough to get you against Bilbao. It's going to be a difficult game regardless, even if you have Messi or not, because going to the Nuevo San Mamés is always a very difficult task. Bilbao is a team that presses really well, that against Barcelona always seems to be very difficult for us to go there and perform, but because they make it so hard for us. But this team should be enough. I believe that with this team, we should be able to give a really good performance. If we don't win, as long as we play well, if we play well, the likelihood says that you're gonna win. The better you play, the more likelihood you are to win. Nothing guarantees you to win, but playing well maximizes your chances of doing so. I believe that Griezmann had a pretty good preseason, even though he only scored 1 goal. Again, goals will come. He's doing the right things. He's getting to the right areas, linking up well with Suarez. He seems to have a really good relationship with Ousmane Dembele, and I believe Ousmane Dembele seems to be a lot more calmed down. He's taking better decisions. His decision making is being better by the game. Every game he keeps playing, and more continuity will help him grow into the player that we know that he can be. And what we saw against Napoli is a bit more of what Ousmane Dembele is supposed to look like. But still, that Dembele, I believe that was only 30 or 40% of what Dembele can fully give us. If he can exploit the most out of Dembele, he could become one of the future references in world football. And Luis Suarez, although he also came from the Copa America, he literally came to training 2 weeks ago. He has looked sharp. He's running the hard yards. Definitely that rest that he really needed. It was really good for him. And he's ready to start a new season. He's been scoring goals. He's going to be on high confidence. And that's why I want Dembele and Suarez to start, because they are right now high in confidence. They're doing the right things. And I believe that while that's lasting, those players need to be playing. Keep playing your players while they're in high form, so we're able to perform at our best. Again, it will be a tough season. It's going to be a lot of games. All these players are going to get a lot of game time. If we don't have 9 central midfielders, if we have 9 central midfielders, it's going to be a problem. But overall, the team looks good. Everyone looks focused. Then if you in the second half want to bring in Busquets, Rakitic, Messi or whatever, it'll be fine. Let's see what we can do against Bilbao. It's going to be a difficult game. I don't know if they're going to be sitting back and counter, or if they're going to try to press us. Last season, they would have gone out to press us, and they did, which was very, very annoying, because a team like that should never come. They would never attempt to press us if we had Dembele or Malcolm in the pitch. And this is exactly why we should have those kind of players in the pitch, because they know that if you press us high up the pitch, with Frankie de Jong able to get the ball cleanly out of dangerous areas and transition the ball forward, with the amount of pace that those forwards can give us, we can create a lot of danger. And if we could get a good start in the game and score a few goals, then who knows, we could even have a pretty relatively easy task against Bilbao at the Nuevo San Mamés on Friday. So with all this said and done, leave me all your opinions in the comment section below. What do you think about this lineup. Who do you think should start for Barcelona in the first few weeks of the season? And with all that said and done, let me know your opinions in the comment section below. Comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one, Blaugranas.